Yeah, so my husband is very particular with my kids having to speak their homeland language at home. So the moment they come back from school, they are only allowed to speak in Tamil. Even if they start talking in English, we kind of enforce, stop them and say, talk in the homeland language because we tell them we don't understand English. So please start talking in Tamil. So that's one thing that, because I believe language, food, and culture is the only thing that can keep us rooted to our culture. So I emphasize that on a daily basis, and as well as like food. I don't give them pastas or pizzas or breads for their lunch. I give them sambar rice. Even today I've given them bisibelabat. So I think that language and food can connect to the roots. So that's something that I emphasize. I don't give them like any food that's here. They're sometimes reluctant to that food, but I still make it a practice so that they get used to it. I'm not against the foods that's here, but I also want to make sure that they have my food, like our Tamil food here. So that's one thing. And my husband, I've been repeatedly telling him to do sadhya in the evening and the morning if he gets time. And my son watches that. So he's also like now questioning me, like, why is he doing that? What is it for? And why only men have to do it? So that all like keeps them to ask me more questions, and then they get to know more about the culture. Okay, so the moment I get up, do my morning routines, I come out, and the first thing I do is boil my milk, because that's what my mother used to do, like boil the milk and then offer it to the Krishna that I have in my kitchen. So I offer it to Krishna, and then I start my cooking. So I don't pressure cook my rice. I always like boil it and then filter it, the excess water out of it. So that's how I cook rice, and that's like, I believe that it's like the traditional way of cooking rice. And then not on a day-to-day basis, but most of the times I offer that rice and paripu outside to the crows, which is also part of our tradition. Yeah, so that I do almost like on a routine daily basis. And then I make sure that my kids also are inclined towards South Indian food like me. So I make it a point that at least one meal of the day is rice for them, because they should get used to the rice that we have, like not like a fried rice or like pulao or something, but like rice, paripu and nei, and then all mixed together and then have it. And also I feel like, because we used to have always rice with a hand, not with a spoon, I also emphasize that to the kids, saying have it with your hand, it tastes good, it will definitely make the taste feel better. So once you start mixing it with your hand and then start having it, you will feel the difference. So that's something that I emphasize when they are at home. And then I ask my kids to do a little prayer in the morning before they go to school, and put vibhuti on their forehead, like before they step out of the house. So that's something like a routine for them. And once they come back from school, like around 6:30, I do the velaka at home, like at 6:30, and then I also make them sit with me and do small prayers. So I teach them all the prayers which I know, which I've learned from my mom and grandma. And then my daughter, who's learning Carnatic music, I ask her to like at least sing one kriti or one bhajan from her music class. And then my son is now learning from her, so he also repeats whatever she says. And then we do all the velaka puja, everything, and then we come back, have dinner, and before going to bed, the kids are also asked to go do a namaskaram, put the vibhuti again, then come back to bed. So that's my routine. So we knew each other only through a matrimony website, and my parents first visited their house, and their parents visited us. So they liked each other. They felt like, oh, this family is really good, and then we can progress. And then we exchanged numbers, and then we started talking over Zoom calls. We actually talked through every other channel that was available back then, like 12 years back, like WeChat, I don't think WhatsApp was there, Zoom calls and whatnot. So we got connected, and then we said yes to our parents and we can proceed. But we only met through online. We've never met in person. And our wedding was on the 16th of September, and the first time I met him was on the 14th of September in Tinagar at the TTDK Kovil. So that's the first time I met him. It felt so different to put that face to reality, because I've always seen him online. So that was a bit nervous, but I don't know how this generation is going to take it. But yeah, I liked it, having that expectation and anxiety and everything, and then meeting him in person was like really magic for me. எனக்கு வந்து இந்த கல்ச்சர் வாஸ் பர்ஃபெக்ட்லி ஃபைன். எனக்கு வந்து அம்மா அப்பா பார்க்குறது, பிகாஸ் எனக்கு அம்மா அப்பாவோட சப்போர்ட் வேணும், ஃபேமிலியோட சப்போர்ட் வேணும். நாளைக்கு வந்து தே ஷுட் ஹேவ் மை பேக், like saying, oh, we saw that this family is good, we know this relative is good, we know there is a mommy who is really good, who talks to each other, I mean to us very good. So that's my that was my whole idea of marriage. So in the generation, even my cousins will not be ready ippadi or marriage setup, they are not ready. They want to like talk to the guy, meet him for at least 6 months. They need that dating space for like 6 months and then go ahead with marriage. So that's their concept of marriage. I don't think in the generation will agree anything on the way how I got married to. Yeah. One thing is family support, because my parents did visit their parents' house and their parents did come to our house. So we had like few of our close relatives also, like we took them to their house. So they had like conversations with other family members. So then they got to know about the family more, and before me they got to know the family more. So it's like arranged marriage is not just between the bride and the groom, it's between the families. So the marriage is between the families. This family is actually married to that family. So that's how the marriage works. So even if I have a fight with my husband, my mother-in-law is going to say, oh, that's okay, he's like that, just adjust. If it's my mom, she's just going to say to my husband, oh, she's like that, she's short tempered, just go with it. So that's the support that I expect. And I want my parents to come, or his parents to come, rightfully sit here and say, oh, this is our family values, just do it, this is my family value, or this is how I've taught him, you also do it. I'm completely okay with it. I'm completely okay with following what his traditions are and what my traditions are, and then merge, bring everything together and do it. So the comfort, I would say, is like the family support. That's like the biggest support that I have from arranged marriage. So for this, I have to give that credit to my mom. So my mom is like every morning, she calls me around like 12:30 our times, which is like 8 o'clock her time. And then she will call me and say, oh, it is Chaturthi today. Can you please make it to the temple if you can? Okay. And then she'll say, oh, today it is Adi Amavasai, you have to do this. And then she'll say, today it is Adi Perikku, you have to do this. So my mom, it's my mom. I have to give all the credits to her. And then she's the one who keeps me pushing. Even if like sometimes I feel lazy and I'll take a shortcut of like just not making everything. And then she'll be calling me around like 10 o'clock our time and then say, have you made this? Have you made that? And have you made payasam? Have you made vadai? Or then I'll be like, oh, okay, I have to make that. And then, yeah, I can't escape from her. So she's like the one driving force behind me, and who like pushes us, like do everything. And then I understand from her point of view, she's also trying to pass on her values and culture onto me, which I'm also doing to my kids. So yeah, she's my driving force. For example, if it's Adi Perikku, I have to do Kalatha Sadam. And if I don't make it, if I just skip it and make some rasam or like a simple rice and go, the whole day it keeps bothering me. And when my mom or my sister calls and says, oh, we've prepared this, I'm like, oh my god, did I miss something really? And then also like, it is also good if I make all that. I feel like I have to explain to my kids, why am I making this? So that way they also learn going forward. If it is Adi Perikku, Amma is going to make Kalanda Sadam. And if it is Navratri, Amma is going to make Sundal. If it's Diwali, Amma is going to make all the Indian sweets. So that's one way of passing our tradition to the kids, explaining them what each function is for. That's how I learned it from my mother, and that's one thing that I feel like if I don't follow, my kids are just going to lay down on their bed for the whole day on a festive season and just watch their iPads. But instead, if I say there's a festival, they just get up, they dress up, they wear their patta pavadas. That's the only chance that they get to dress up and wear their patta pavadas. And then they kind of like come and ask me why we do this, why are we doing this, what is the importance. So that way I can explain like each day like what the significance is for that particular festival. Yeah. It was very hard. He was like in cancer for 9 months. So and the pain amma vala paakave mudla. Especially my father is like such. ஒரு சின்ன ஒரு கையில் ஒரு கீரல் வந்தால் கூட he'll be like panicking. ஐயோ கையே போச்சுங்கிற மாதிரி panicking. ஸோ அந்த பெயின், பிகாஸ் த ஃபர்ஸ்ட் டைம் we diagnosed was in his knees. அந்த போனில் தான் கேன்சர் இருந்தது. ஸோ அப்படி டயக்னைஸ் பண்ணும்போது எங்கள் அப்பாவோட அண்ணா வந்து he strongly said, don't go to allopathy, go for Ayurveda. ஸோ அவள் ஆயுர்வேதா தான் ட்ரை பண்ணா. இன்ஸ்பைட் ஆஃப் த ஹோல் சொசைட்டி ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ் எல்லாரும் சொன்னால் இல்லை அலோபதி போங்க பிகாஸ் இட்ஸ் அ ஃபாஸ்ட் கியூர், பட் ஹீ டென்ட் பிலீவ் இட். He went by his brother's words, and then of course cure ala. But the one good thing that Ayurveda did was it did spread wide. எல்லாத்துலயுமே அவருக்கு blood, brain, எல்லாத்துலயுமே cancer spread ஆயிடுது. But அவருக்கு பெயினே இல்லை. Till the moment he lost his life, he didn't have any pain. He wasn't suffering in pain. So I think that's what Ayurveda did to him. Like not give him any pain, though it spread everywhere. So those 9 months was very tough for her because she couldn't see him in pain because he is like not the person who can tolerate any pain. அதனால அம்மாவுக்கு வந்து அந்த கடைசி ஒரு 1 or 2 months was like அவர் இருக்கணும்னு வேண்டிக்கல, அவர் போகணும்னு வேண்டிக்கல, பட் பகவான் வந்து அவர் பெயின்லேருந்து ரிலீவ் பண்ணணும்னு வேண்டிட்டான். So I think when he passed, she was kind of relieved that he doesn't have to undergo that pain anymore. He's like now resting in peace. And the feel irundhudu. But of course, in the 40 years of the companionship she's lost, she stays with my sister. So at least she's got a family around to talk to and share her emotions. But yes, that void is always there. See, Australia, it is diverse, right? Because there are many cultural people here. It's Chinese, it's Nepalese, it's Bangladeshis, it's Indians. So this place is just not Australians, right? There are many immigrants here. There are many other cultures here. So as everyone, like for example, Moomba festival. Moomba's is not Australian festival. They still do it. Like Chinese festival, they still do Chinese New Year's here. So like that, I also have to like sustain here, following my culture, my values here. So that's what Australia is all about. It's just not following one culture. So I will still follow my culture. So I still distribute sweets to Australians colleagues here, and they still enjoy it. But I'm one among them. It's not like Australia is not about one rule or one culture here. So we are all like doing our different cultures, but we still get along and do well here. Because like my husband had the friends like even before I came in. So he was like a bachelor here. So he was called for all the festivals to their homes to have like lunch. So he used to really enjoy having South Indian lunches at their places. So and when I came in, I was like very surprised that people here do follow all the South Indian culture, rituals, and then they make all this prasadams and naivedyams and everything. So that's kind of motivated me, okay, I can do it here, because I was like clueless. I was like thinking, oh, we would not get few things here, and how would I do it? But when I came in here, I knew people would like go even to like far off like Dandenong and then bring the stuff that they want from there. So then that effort made me like motivated that okay, I can also do it. But it's a bit of a challenge here. You will have to like really prepare yourself because you are working and you have to do everything by yourself. There's no online deliveries or anything. So you have to go in person to pick the stuff up. It was a challenge, but now I've got used to it. So I had my other friends who came here, and I think the first thing to go to would be to find your local temple, like a Hindu temple, and then there's when you can find a community here, because once you start going to the temple often, like on a regular basis, like on a Saturday and Sunday whenever you get time, or Thursdays, you get to know many people there, you meet a lot of people there, and that's when you can like build a community, and you know there is a Hindu community, there is a Brahmin community who exist in Melbourne, and then you can start like socializing with them and have like make friendships, and then you can start celebrating all your festivals together.